Hello everyone, Philip here. 2D is not better than 3D. Let's get that one thing clear. In a world like this, where we have 2D imaginary individuals that are on our television, on our monitors, on our cell phones at all times, it is easy to think of them as beautiful. And for a lot of people, beauty ends up relating to feelings, which ends up relating to wanting a relationship. But how can you do that? It's a 2D image. It's drawn. Like this thing right here. It's paper. There's nothing there. There's no substance. It's lines. That's it. But people now in this world have a fantasy relationship with the individuals and as well as the characters that they see online every day. And this has led to what I'm going to be calling a waifu epidemic. Not a good term to be using, and kind of a weird weeby term to be using, but a term I'm going to be using nonetheless. And it's gotten my attention to the amount of advances that have been made to this entire idea of having a girlfriend or even a boyfriend online. I was just reading through some Instagram reels and some YouTube videos about this new Snapchat AI and other AIs similar to it that can act like a best friend, or act like a girlfriend even. Girlfriend, boyfriend, we have AIs that can do that now, that can communicate with individuals on a personal being level. It's creepy.
Would you say that you are kinky?
But let's get that first and foremost. It's creepy. It's not real. And it takes it to an even greater level than online. Because when you watch a character on a show, you're just watching the character. They have their own unique personalities, interests, and other things if it's a well-written show, but they're their own individuals. They don't know who you are at all. Again, they're just lines on a paper. But to have now an AI that can understand you at a personal level and respond to you in an according manner is something that's terrifying, and with leading this to, again, what I'm going to be calling the waifu epidemic. So first and foremost, what the hell is a waifu? It's such a stupid term, and yet it has one term and one description for it. Waifu is a term for a fictional character, usually in anime or related media, that someone has great and sometimes romantic affection for. Simple enough, it's mostly anime because anime, I feel, has the most well-drawn characters. There's a character known as Kitagawa from My Dress-Up Darling. A lot of people like her because she is well-drawn. There's like no flaws in her whatsoever. She's skinny, she's young, she has a busty body. There you go. Not much need for any more explanation. Because of this perfection angle, a lot of people seem to think that I am now in love with that girl because she is so perfect. I mean, look at her. What more could you want as a man? And this is only going to be really relating to men. I understand women have that whole thing with waifus technically. Things like Levi from Attack on Titan. That's kind of the only one I can think of really, but mostly. This is like a 99% of them are mostly men looking at these women in cartoons. So pardon me for only doing that because I'm a man. It's kind of the only thing I get. With the women aspect, that could be done by someone else in a different video, so I don't know, we'll try to check someone out on that. They probably have a better explanation for this anyway. But back to my point, they're perfectly drawn for the male audience. Simple as that. Not a lot of characters, especially in anime, because in real life, it's a bit harder to get over those imperfections. In real life, we all have imperfections. I got pimples, I've got some scars on my arms and everything. It looks weird, and it looks kind of creepy when walking up to someone and they got a greasy face because they've been out in the sun all day. However, in things like anime or related medias like cartoons, it's a lot easier to make your characters perfect because, again, it's drawn. Which, to my last point, leads a lot of men into a false belief that I'm in love with this character because they're perfect. What else more could you want? There's some reasons behind this, I feel, that are just more than, I want a perfect girl, and hey, this girl looks pretty perfect. I'm gonna go for her. Oh, she's drawn? It doesn't matter. I'll just call her my waifu. No, it's a lack of socialism. Obviously, the number one thing. You don't go outside, you don't communicate with anyone, so you have this fictional belief that a woman is just going to come to you, that a woman one day will just, appear in your basement and be like, I love you, because you lack human connection. Again, it's always again, because I keep reiterating these points in a lot of my videos. Humans need connection. It's simple. We need to be social. We need to have friends. We need to be able to communicate with individuals, to let them know about our lives, to vent off some anger, frustration, or even some happiness and joy that we're experiencing in our life. If we don't do that, we drive ourselves nuts. And like in my Oshinoko video, it can cause people to do some pretty wild things. Not all of them, of course, lead to murder of various individuals, but it can lead to things like this, where we have people that are now dating AI girlfriends. I've seen many posts about the Snapchat AI and about another girlfriend AI. I don't know which one, but I actually looked it up. Holy crap, why are there so many? It's not like a couple that are big hitters. There is a lot of this going on right now. But a lot of men will be talking about this, saying, I need a break. This was too realistic, and this is too much for me because I actually started catching feelings. And reading this on Instagram chat messages and Reddit forums is nuts. Holy. It just goes to show you how realistic and personal that these AI bots have come to. And I wanted to also bring this in about VTubers, because I feel VTubers are also causing this kind of epidemic, is the fact that they, too, are cartoon characters. After all, they are just drawings. They really are just drawings. And with VTubers, I feel like it's even a bigger impact, because you have the side of anime where it's just the very nice drawings that you absolutely love. And on the other side, you got the AI, which can communicate with you in text. Now, you can't really see the AI, but you can hear it. And in the anime, you can see it, but you can't hear it. A VTuber now has both of these things where they can kind of be personalized to your own taste, whether that's some weird fox fetish that a lot of you be having, kind of weird, or a wolf girl fetish that, again, a lot of you seem to be having. Why are there so many of that? Please stop. And now now you have accumulated all of that into the perfect waifu for you, that you now have romantic feelings for. Because not only do they look absolutely fantastic, they can communicate with you, and they can talk to you, and have a deep connection to you, and now you know more about them. But again, it's the same crap that keeps happening over and over again. They don't know jack shit about you. They don't. And you've got to stop and realize that. VTubing is such a big epidemic because so many lonely, single men, because, let's face it, most VTubers are women. Not a lot of VTubers are men. There are some, and I'm going to get some comments saying, but actually, there are a bunch of men. There's even a community. Shut up. It's mostly women. Let's be real. I don't think any man really is trying to get on the top of the game as a busty fox woman. And even if they are, I don't think they're breaking records or something. It could be wrong. Maybe I just am not in the sphere that much, but I don't think so. There's so much bait online as well. When scrolling through a lot of the stuff, especially with TikTok, you'll find a lot of the stuff that's tailored for you. And in the advent of things like algorithms, most of the time, if you like a certain character or a certain style, we all know the style, big, busty women that are online, it's going to feed you more of that because it knows you want. Hell, I have been watching a lot of Oshinoko stuff over the past week, and now YouTube won't stop shoving it down my face because it knows I like it. It's a simple algorithmic thing. It knows that a lot of men are lonely and seek a lot of attention online because they can't make relationships in real life, that they then start peddling it to them in mass numbers in an algorithmic change to try to keep them on the app for as long as possible. Social media is, in fact, a really big poison. And if you don't know how to moderate it, or at least change some things about it so the algorithm's not constantly feeding it to you, you're going to see yourself be pushed into a larger problem than you think. So what's the alternative, you may be asking? If I can fall victim to this whole thing about me finding a love interest in an anime, mostly, or a cartoon, then should I just leave all of that entirely out and start doing anything else besides watching anime? No, don't do that. And here's why. Because humans are such social creatures, it's important to get to know people that have similar interests to you. Whether that is anime, manga, something like that, because it makes you an individual with a passion. And that passion can also be filtered to other people who have the same passion, meaning you can connect and share a relationship with someone. That's the basis of how this all works. Cutting it out will make you further away from connecting to people because you are the mysterious guy. You don't have any passions, any friends, any nothing. And that can lead to the Sigma male kind of arc that people are striving for, is that they don't have passions, they don't have anything, they just exist. What kind of person wants to be a friend with someone who just exists? and doesn't share anything about themselves that's unique or special or that they know a lot of. How could you connect with someone who sits around a lunch table alone by himself, and when you try to say something to him, he's like, I don't watch anime, I don't watch cartoons, I don't even watch shows or play video games. I'm too mysterious for that. Meanwhile, they're just chilling by themselves alone at the lunch table, and they gotta explain to their mom why they're literally Ryan Gosling, why I'm actually Batman. No, it's not because, Mom, I'm not alone because I don't have hobbies or anything. I'm alone because I'm too mysterious. No one understands me. It's important to find things that you like. It's important to moderate yourselves to not get to an extreme level of certain things that we've covered in this video. It's important to like things in life. Enjoy life, because without it, you're boring. You bore even yourself to the point of giving up on it all, and no one wants to see that. I want to see people obsess over things in a healthy manner. Obsess over things to the point where they can have friends and make relationships with, and to be able to communicate with individuals to stop people from doing evil things or going to an extreme measure. Because that's what it really is to be human. To connect with people who have similar things to you, or very different things as well. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all in another video or live stream.